Hello everyone, Derek Stam Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Today we've actually got a duo review. I don't know if I mentioned I was going to do these in a duo review or not, but we've got the Elite 106 and 107 Chad Gable and Otis. Of course, I tend to do tag teams and duo reviews, at least I usually do. I know there's some instances where maybe I don't have the whole group or the whole team in one go and I get a little impatient. Well, I bought these both at the same time. I made sure that I could do the duo review. Of course, got the duo review for the Usos on the back of the Chad Gable box. Got a review for the Roxanne Perez. Just got to get the Sami Zayn and the Paul Bearer. I don't know if I will get the Sami Zayn though. I would like to get the Paul Bearer though, but meh. We'll get there when we get there. Taking a quick gander at the bullshit on the back of this box. Kind of the same ordeal. Got a review for the Cora Jade. Got a review for the Grayson Waller. Got a review for the Solo Sikoa. Just got to get Finn Balor and the Undertaker, and I can't lie, I've been thinking about getting that Taker. I wouldn't mind getting the Balor, but I really want the Taker for some odd reason. I think it's because he comes with that watch accessory. So my brain's just like, yeah, let's get it so then promo gears will look even sweeter. I don't know. Anywho, before I keep rambling on, we're already almost 2 minutes deep on this shish. So why don't we get into breaking these bad boys out of their plastic prisons now, shall we? Alrighty, you guys. Now that we've gotten both of these men out of their plastic prisons, let's gather up their accessories a little bit. They've both got about an equal amount of accessories. Otis comes with 3 different sets of interchangeable hands, a shirt, and this interchangeable hairpiece. I do like the idea of the interchangeable hairpieces. I don't like how this one looks in particular, though. Like, it doesn't look terrible, but this one in particular having, like, whatever the fuck that is. Like, it's almost like he's got, like, a little fucking, like, rat or something living in his hair, and it's kind of just made its own nest. And then there's paint missing on the other side, so quality control on that one is not really that great, but I'm sure maybe it looks good on yours. He comes with a very big shirt. Now, you can definitely tell the difference between which one's Otis's and which one's Gable's, because the one for Otis is like 2 times the size. Of course, he is a big boy. Getting into the hands, you've got these like claw hands, or like, I guess you could say chop hands. I don't know. I think they're more like claw, like Von Erich claw hands, like you're putting the claw on them. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. He comes with a set of fist hands to punch some people with or whatever, and a set of mic holding or weapon holding or grappling hands, whatever you would like to call them. He's got a couple sets of hands to fit every need you need. Now, of course, getting into the Chad Gable accessories, he doesn't come with as many accessories, but he does come with just about the same amount. He's just technically missing a accessory. You know, he doesn't come with an alternative hairpiece, and I think I'm kind of glad he doesn't. But anywho, of course, he comes with the same shirt, just different, like, cut style, size, and all that good stuff. Didn't really go over what it says on the shirt. It says, sheesh. With that being said, though, he also does come with 3 different sets of hands. He's got a set of mic holding and or grappling hands, if I could manage to pick the damn things up. He comes with his sheesh hands, you know, so he can go sheesh. And then he's got his thank you hands, because, you know, he's a I don't know what I was going to say about that, honestly. I don't have nothing bad to say about Gable. One thing I do have to say about this figure, though, because it was news to me. I don't remember him having this tattoo. Kind of cool to see that this man does have a tattoo of some nature. We'll get into the Chad Gable here in a minute, though, because I've kind of got a couple of little gripes with it. A couple little small gripes. So far, though, when it comes to this Otis, I'm loving it. I love the head scan. I want to say it's pretty much the same one as his... What was the Elite? Like, that came with the double jointed arms and his lunchbox, Money in the Bank, and all that shit. It's essentially like that head scan, but with shorter hair. I can respect that. He's got the singlet that matches his boy over here, like just about to a T. So we won't go over the details in the singlets too much, because I want to say even the back designs are pretty much the same. I mean, just about. A little bit of differences there. He's also got... I don't know. I think it is pretty much the same, like, on the front. Maybe it's just me. Maybe a little bit of tiny differences, but nothing too major. If anything, I'd say the differences kind of lie in the knee pads, as Otis not just has molded knee pads, like they are molded into the figure instead of just, or well, molded onto the figure, whatever you would like to say. Molded into the figure is kind of a weird term. Never really heard someone say it like that. But then Chad Gable also has normal knee pads, along with them being blue with like black and yellow like little designs and stuff there. Either way, all around, really nice go around at the tag attire. I love the blue, yellow, and black. Otis's red boots are really nice. I do dig the little difference in the contrast of the attire. They didn't give like straight black boots. Maybe this is accurate to the attire. I don't know. I can't remember. And I'm not a shoe guy, so I'm not constantly looking at somebody's feet. Getting to the Gable, though, he's kind of got more of like the Sami Zayn boot mold. Maybe a little bit painted differently, I guess you could say. But it is very similar to the Sami Zayn boot mold, I'd say, at least as far as paint goes. I don't know if I really have anything else to say about the boots. I do really like the way they look. I love the little blue sock underneath. He's got the black knee tape. Kind of gives me the feeling of Triple H or Kurt Angle. He's got some very stiff knees. And getting into what kind of bugs me about this, because the articulation is fairly good on both of these figures. Of course, he can move his arms really good. He can look up really well. He can look down really well. Torso isn't a problem. He's got the waist articulation. Of course, upper thigh cut. Boot rotation. Like, he's got all the good shish. So what's my gripe with this figure, right? Notice on how this leg goes up just fine. I put it down. This leg, though, I'm kind of having a little bit of D'Lo Brown syndrome. I don't know why. A lot of the figures I've gotten off of Amazon lately have kind of been dealing with either leg and or arm problems. So maybe that's something to keep into consideration when it comes to ordering from Amazon here on out. Of course, the Otis, I'd say, moves just fine for how big he is. He can bend over and do all that kind of stuff just well enough. He can sit down, his leg ain't a hindrance, his knees can move really good. All around, not complaining at all about this Otis. Just a little bit as far as the Chad Gable goes. Come on, Otis, don't be a bitch now. There we go. He's standing back up. I mean, I guess with that being said, I could have just said to hell with it and we'll get both of these men set up for the final pose and we'll just kind of give our final thoughts about each figure. So yeah, why don't we do that? Alrighty, now that we've got them all posed up, I don't have too much to say. Just a couple of little small gripes. Will say though, these figures are almost damn near perfect. I do really like both of these figures and how they feel. Of course, mine is the one little leg gripe when it comes to the Chad Gable. And the little gripe when it comes to the Otis hairpiece. Other than that, they're both really damn good figures. I love the amount of accessories both come with. I love the just overall feeling of each figure. And, you know, with that being said, why don't we kind of just get into the Chad Gable real quick. Everything about it is great, from the attire to the feeling of like how the boots are. The legs are a little stiff, but everything else moves really good. Of course, the one leg does have D'Lo Brown syndrome, so I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of heat treatment. But this figure is really like damn close to perfect. If it wasn't for mine having the leg problem, I would give this a good solid 9 out of 10, but with that being said though, I'm going to give it a good solid 8 out of 10. We'll say a good solid 3 out of 5 stars for the Meltzer rating, just because it's a really damn good figure. I definitely recommend it, as he is on ball joint, so it's just something to do with the ball joint itself. Maybe there's a little bit of extra plastic or something up in mine. I'll figure it out when I go to heat treat it though. And as far as the Otis goes, I could have done without the hairpiece, so I'm not going to deduct too much off of it as far as points goes. But with all the accessories he comes with and everything of that nature, I'm going to give him a good solid 9 out of 10. He's really damn close to perfect. I love the way the legs move. The molded on knee pads make it easier for his legs to bend. The way his arms move, the way the torso is set up, everything's just really damn good for the figure. Reminds me a lot of the other Elite Otis I have, but personally, and my favorite gimmick for him, I guess you could say, being with Chad Gable has probably been one of the better things for him career-wise so far, at least since the Otis and Tucker split up. But yeah, with that being said, I don't really have too much to say. What would I give him for the Meltzer star rating? We'll give him a good solid 4 out of 5 stars. Really damn close to perfect, but kind of gotta hit him with the one bite rules. If I hit one figure with a 10, then what am I gonna do? Just break the ratings for the next time I have a really good slice of pizza? No, we can't do that. So he's gonna get a good solid 9. Close enough to the perfect mark, but not perfect enough. Anywho, with that being said, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. This is also technically my second attempt at doing this, because of course my first attempt kind of got interrupted by a fucking vacuum. I'll let that settle in. A fucking vacuum. Anyway, fuck that vacuum. We're just gonna redo this. So, on that note, we're gonna get out of here before I can be interrupted by a fucking vacuum again. If you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you didn't like the video, well, womp womp. I don't know what to tell you, but if you did like the video, feel free to go check out some of my other content, as I do action figure reviews, I do unboxings, I do pick fed content. I do quite a few different things. So if you'd like to, feel free to go check that out. Currently getting set up for the next part in the pick fed right now. Been kind of holding it off to do these figure reviews, so I guess keep an eye out for that. But feel free to go check out what I do have out so far, as we're currently in the middle of the Absolute Carnage pay-per-view. Got the US Championship match out, the Intercontinental Championship match out, Kenny versus Bobby, the Cage of Carnage, which is blowing up in views so far. So thank you guys for that. And with that being said, feel free to go follow me on Instagram if you would like to. And if you have an Instagram, no pressure there though. And with all of that being said, you know, if you could, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. And with that being said, we are currently sitting at 185 as of recording this video. And the fun reality of that is we're 15 more away from 200, which is the goal. And then the next goal is going to be 250. And it'll just keep going up and up until we can reach like 1,000 or something of that nature. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But right now the goal is 200. We're 15 away. So feel free to share this around with your friends, family, whoever you would care enough to share this with. Maybe we can get them to subscribe too if you already are. You know, thank you for being subscribed this long if you've been one of the long-time viewers, or whether you're relatively new to the channel. I don't know. Anyways, now this is actually going on way longer than the last time, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up here. Have a good rest of your day, morning, night, evening, whatever you would like to say. I'm not in your time zone, so I don't know, nor do I want to be, because I don't know you. And on that note, have a good rest of your day. Deuces, ooses.